Hey guys, just wanted to take a couple of minutes here and demo a little sharpening rig I made up. Yeah, a lot of the Florida guys already know I'm a big fan of the pocket stones as far as field sharpening goes, and so I made a little. I don't like the whole 3 nails thing because the stone will rock, especially on a rounded surface like a log. And if the stone rocks back and forth, you can't keep a flat bevel. But so I got to thinking the other night, I just kind of threw this together. I probably got $1.20 into this with the leather. What it is it's 5-gallon paint stick stirrers, and I cut one out just the size of the stone itself. This is a Spyderco double stuff. It's a coarse ceramic and a fine ceramic. I really like it. Really like it. Got to put one little block here to keep the stone from coming back. That way when you're sharpening, the stone's not pulling out on you. And you can take a little twig or something and put it right here, and then that stops all the movement of the stone, but it doesn't wedge the stone in there to where you can't get it out to flip it. So, but we got the stone holder on this side, and then I glued a piece of leather and put some strop compound on the back of it. So I got a strop, a stone mount, and everything all in one. And the leather serves dual purpose, obviously the main function being the strop. But also what it does is it adds grip to it, and it stops it from sliding around while you're using it. Now, it's not foolproof, and no field sharpening instrument is. But it does work, and it does work rather well. So, I mean, you can sharpen on it. With both hands, you don't have to hold the stone. Yeah, see, and even that back and forth movement right there, it's not having any effect on the angle that I'm sharpening at. So, but again, like I said, you just get a little twig or something and stick it in there, get it wedged in there good and tight, and then that stops it from being able to move. But I really like it. And it's simple enough to make that you guys can all make one if you wanted to, and it's bloody effective. It really is. But yeah, man, it stops the stone from sliding around. It allows you to use 2 hands instead of 1. And it's a strop all in one. It weighs next to nothing. I'm going to drill a hole through this and put a lanyard hole in it, and I'll clip it to my pack with a D-ring, and it won't even take up any space in my pack because it'll be hanging outside of it. I just threw some leather dye on it to dye the wood black. If you wanted to make a permanent one or a really nice one, you could use some nice hardwood or something, and it would look great. It'd be a great conversation piece. But I mean, you can see it just holds the stone perfectly still for you, so that you can sharpen effectively in the field without the use of nails or a wobbly stone or anything like that. Get that blur off of there. Pop the stone right out, real easy like. You can turn it over, and you get a strop. Polish up your edge, and that was what I was talking about with the dual purpose of the leather here. It's great because it stops the rig from sliding around, and on a bark surface like a downed tree, it's going to grip even better than this flat plywood bench that I'm working on here. But yeah, it took maybe 10 minutes, to make that thing. Another 5 minutes for the glue to dry, or the dye to dry, and yeah, very handy little useful little guy here. I really like it. I'm gonna make a couple of, I'm gonna obviously make it nicer and neater than what it is right now, just because this was just a tester just to see if it worked. But I mean, it works great. Sharpens the knife up really nice. So yeah, I don't have any paper or anything I can cut for you, but just a couple of, there we go. Just a couple of quick passes on that. Little strop action. Whoa! Damn. You're not even seeing that. A little wrinkly here. It's hard to cut wrinkled receipts. Never tried that before. Anyway, so yeah, I'll make one for my Fall and Even DC4, and probably one for my DC3 too. I'll see how small I can actually make this thing to where it's still effective. One of the problems that I ran into when I was actually building it initially was this top piece was a little bit too thick, and what was happening is while I'm trying to sharpen the stone, the handle on the knife would get in the way, and it wouldn't let me come down all the way to the edge on a scanty grind. So I had to flatten this out pretty thin. So for the top piece here, I would recommend a regular paint stick stir because it's really thin. Whereas these ones are like a 1/4 of an inch thick, and I had to sand this down pretty thin compared to the rest of the blocks there to be able to get the stone to sit high enough in there where I can actually get all the way to the edge of the edge to be able to sharpen it. So, but yeah, I mean, it was a fun little project. Like I said, it took a couple minutes to make, threw it together. Like I said, I'll put a lanyard tube through here, and I'll just clip it onto my pack, and you'll never even know it was there. If you lose it, you're not out anything. If you break it, no big deal. If it gets wet, that's okay too. But it's a reliable medium that's relatively weightless in the field, especially, you know, strapped to your pack. And effective is the key here, and this is very, very effective. So if you guys have any questions about it, let me know. I'm happy to answer them for you. I just thought I'd share it. Had this idea the other night. I was like, I'm gonna try that. So, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't slide around. It's almost like a rubber clamp for the water stones, just by putting that piece of leather on the bottom. And then, of course, like I said before, you get the strap on there as a bonus. So, anywho, just trying to be creative and come up with something new. Like I said, if you guys want to try your own, if you have any questions or anything, give me a shout. I'm always happy to help, man. Take care, guys. We'll see you.